changing the status from B1, B2 to student visa. There are two types of student visa here we are talking about. Number one is F visa, number two is M visa. So how do you change your status? You come to the United States through visiting, through conference, through business, B1 or B2 visa. Two questions. Is it allowed to change the visa type B1, B2 to F or M without getting outside the United States? And number two, if yes, what is the process? Let me start with question number one. Yes, you are allowed to change the visa type B1, B2 to become a student, whether it's a student of B1, F1 or M1. You are allowed. And when you change the status, you don't need to go outside the United States. Remember, visa is what allows you to cross the border to come to the country. So the visa will allow you to come to the United States. What allows you to stay inside the United States is not the visa. If you change the status, already you are already in the US, is what we call I-20. But for those who are going under J1, whatever other visa, it will be DS 2019. If you are under the visiting, I-94. So there is another document which allows you to stay in the country and will specify the duration of stay. So yes, it is allowed. And once you change the status, you don't need to go outside to go and put the stamp of the student visa back to come to here. But if you travel outside the country on your own for other things, yes, you need to get the visa. But you can change the visa type while you are in the United States. How do you do that? Number one, you have to do all the processes while you are legally in the United States. So don't come here. You are waiting for 1 week for the visa to expire, for your duration of stay as B1 and B2 is going to expire. Then you want to start the process because the process will continue. You're already out of status. You must be on status while you are processing everything. How do you do that? So let's say you are here, you have given 6 months. So within the time you are waiting, you can apply for school while you are already in status. So if I said there is F1 and M1, F1 visa is a student, international student visa or status, which when you go to school, you are studying to get a degree, associate degree, bachelor's degree, master's degree, doctorate, postdoc. And M1 is a visa type which you study a certain profession, not to get a degree. You want to become an airplane mechanic. You want to become a pilot. You want to become a DJ, for instance. You are studying to become actor or actress, whatever, but it's not to study towards becoming, to get a degree in acting. It's a professional certification, diploma, whatever you call it, but it's a certain kind of level in a professional setting, but not towards getting a degree in that way. That is M1. So either whether you take, you are going to apply for M1 or F1, you have to apply for school, which school is allowed to take international students, which majority are. The school will give you the I-20, and then you are going to apply to the Homeland Security to change the status, and the school will help you with the paperwork. And once they change the paperwork, you are set to go to start the school without leaving the United States. So you don't need to leave the United States to finish all the process. But remember, the key word is you must do everything while you are on status. Being on status to apply for a recognized school, which is allowed to get the international students, and to process everything while you are on status from everything, and do all the paperwork and start school as an international student. And from that moment, you'll be allowed to work, because international student is allowed to work. You'll be allowed to get the social security number, and you'll be able to continue. So those are the ways you can be able to change from B1, B2 to go to become to what? From B1, B2 to go to student. That is the easier and the fastest way than trying to change from B1, B2 visa to go to the work visa in that particular